Hello everyone, Surat here, and I've noticed that there are quite a few people who would love to use certain mods with Stardew Valley, but they have no idea where to start. They have no idea where to look, they have no idea what resources they need, etc., 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 to actually mod the game. So, I thought I would do whatever this counts for as public service and just explain the basics of how to mod Stardew Valley. Okay, it's going to take one main file download, potentially another couple, you know, to actually get the main part of it up and running. But after that, it's just pick whatever files you want and drop them in one very specific folder on your computer. It's that simple. The first thing you're probably going to need is a program called SMAPI. This stands for Stardew Modding API. Fair enough. I mean, it's simple, easy to remember. You can find this at https, the ://smappy.io. I will have a link down to this in the description. Now, you get here and basically you download the file from this page. In this case, they are at version 2.7 because this is October 8th, 2018 when I'm saying this. You're going to click on it. I've already clicked on it. It gave me a zip file. I've already installed the zip file a long time ago, but I'm just kind of going. It's sitting in my downloads folder now, which I cannot show you because there's some sensitive material to me in there. But basically, it's going to look like any other zip file that you have. You're going to take the zip file and then you're going to put it anywhere you feel that you can access it later. I created a folder on my desktop labeled SMAPI and dropped the zip files in there. Like so. You may notice there's a bunch more here, and that's because I was running these mods quite a ways back, as you see, at least back through, May. So anyway, basically you're going to drop the zip file in here. You're going to use whatever unzip utility you use to extract the folder that's inside the zip file. And if you look, that's pretty much all. You have the folder right here in the zip file. You extract it. It's right here. Extract it wherever. Put it wherever you can reach it. And then once you open here, you have the install buttons for Windows, Mac, and Linux. So however you're playing, there you go. So anyway, you basically install it, and then you're good to go to do the fancier mods, shall we say, for Stardew Valley. For stuff like the community farm and the tractor and the automation and all that. The really good ones, really fun ones to play with. So anyway, now to actually put mods in the game. That is just the program that will allow the mods to actually work. Because it's a very simplified method of actually getting the mods to integrate into the game. Well, to do that, you're going to need the mods you want. And the mods that most people use are on Nexus mods. In this case, I've already gone there. https://www.nexusmods.com. In our case, /Stardew Valley. Again, I will hopefully remember to put that link in the description down below because it makes things so much easier. Anyway, once you're here, you can pretty much look for whatever mod you want. The popular for 30 days and the popular all time are probably good picks to use from. Some of these you will not need SMAPI for because they are just a simple graphical file swap, but a lot of them you're probably going to want. A lot of them you're going to need the SMAPI to actually work with. So, for example, the Dank Forest Farm. If you look at this thing, They call it the dank forest farm. I don't see great pictures here. Images. So yeah, there's your forest farm. There is the greatly expanded forest farm, and if you look at it, it looks like it has the sewer entrance here. The greenhouse is all the way up here. So people do weird things. There's even a minecart here. Just to give you an idea of the type of things you're going to run into. So anyway, let's say you find you find one you really, really like. There we go. And you want to install it. Here's how simple it's going to be. I'm going to show you one thing before we actually show you downloading file and all that, because downloading files is boring. Inside your Stardew Valley game folder, this is after you install Smappy. Maybe before, but I don't remember the folder being there. You can look around and you will see a folder called Mods. Simple enough. And just in case you don't know how to get to your main Stardew Valley game folder, I can show you right here how to get there if you play on Steam and you don't know. But if you play off of a version like Good Old Games or some other third-party distributor, I don't know. You will probably need to do a Google search to find your main Stardew Valley game folder. But it's the one that will contain the content folder, the OST if you've downloaded the OST, and the common redistribution folder. But anyway, in Steam, if you look at it, basically, yeah, it's your program files /Steam /Steam apps /common /Stardew Valley. There is your Stardew Valley game location. Now, your Steam folder may be in your normal program files, or it may be x86, or what have you. Just wherever it is, that's where you need to go next. You need to access your mods. In my case, my mods has a whole bunch of stuff in it. Yours won't. Yours will be pretty much empty. It won't be completely empty. It will have a save backup folder, and it will have a console commands folder. The save backup is just kind of an automated thing wherever you launch Stardew Valley with the mods, it automatically backs up your saves. And if you need to get them back and put them back in the game, I'll even show you. Backups, and if you look, all of the last times I've played with the mod, it has opened up the folder, or it has automatically saved a zip file in this folder for me to get if something goes bad. So yeah, that's another benefit to using Smappy and using the mods. But anyway, let's talk about how to actually get certain things to work. So if you see here, I've got the Automate mod, I've got the Community Farm mod, I've got the MTN mod, which stands for More Than Necessary, I've got NPC map locations, and I've got the Tractor mod sitting here. I've also got the Longevity mod downloaded, but I have not actually installed it, because I haven't thought about playing with it yet. It's something I've kind of wanted to try out, but not really ready for, because I've got other things I'm doing with the other mods already, and eventually I will play with the Longevity mod. But here's how you go about this. First, you find a mod you actually want. Let's hit popular all time and see if I can find something. Oh look, here's Look Up Anything. Look Up Anything is kind of amazing. So let's click on this. And once you are here, you can look around. I haven't downloaded the mod yet, it's going to tell me. And basically, this mod, see live info about whatever your cursor, when you press F1, learn all the favorite gifts, etc. If you look, it tells you everything about anything you're looking up. Definitely not for a new player, because this takes all the mystery out of everything, but what have you. Anyway, if you look down here where it says install, compatibility, how to use, and see also, it will tell you if it requires a specific mod, or if it will tell you if it requires anything specific. In this case, it actually does tell you it needs Smappy. So let's go ahead. I will download this mod. And to do that, I'm over here in the files. And if you look, some of them will actually have Stardew Valley 1.3.29 beta only. Or they will say it's a beta, etc., etc., etc. The thing is, the beta, there's always a beta going for Stardew Valley at any given time, where they push out new things to try, and certain things get broken, etc., etc., etc. That's not the live version, just in case you didn't know how betas work. The live version is right now, I believe, I can't remember what the actual version is, 1.3 something. But yeah. Anyway, what you want is the one that is for the live servers, and by making sure that you're not downloading anything that says beta on it. The last time this was updated was the 2nd of August 2018, so a couple months ago. So let's hit manual download. And it dropped it right there. I am going to now grab it out of there. I'm going to put it here. And now I have the lookup anything zip file right here. So with 7-zip, because I use 7-zip, I'm just going to pick extract here. And now lookup anything is in my list. That mod is now successfully installed. That's all there is to it. That's really all there is to it. As far as installing the mods. Now, using the mods is a slightly different story. Now, you remember how that one said, while you were playing, if you hover your cursor over something and hit F1, blah, blah, blah. So, I'm going to move this. Then I'm going to minimize this, and you get a good view of my Bill Cipher desktop. Because there's something you need to see. If you look, whenever you do Stardew Valley modding, whenever you install Smappy, you will get, well, first, you have the typical Stardew Valley launch icon. This is what normally will launch Stardew Valley for you if you play the game through whatever. It also will automatically launch Steam for you because it connects to Steam and all that. If you launch the game with this, it will not activate mods, so you can still play the game vanilla. You do not have to launch the mods every time you launch the game. If you want to play the game with the mods in, you have to use this little one right here, the one that kind of looks like a chicken being, or a ditto imitating a chicken. And if you wonder where that is, that both of these files, both of these execute files, are inside your Stardew Valley main game folder. If you look, one is called StardewValley.exe, one is called Stardew Modding API.exe. Basically, if you do not have these on your desktop, I recommend go ahead and creating the shortcuts and putting them on your desktop just for ease of use. So, another thing to note is if you are playing through Steam and you want to make sure you get all the Steam achievements and such, if you launch the game through the mods, it will not launch Steam. And this will also cause problems with you getting into multiplayer because you kind of need, with the Steam version, you kind of need Steam up and running to get multiplayer going. At least that's what I'm gathering, because I've had many troubles when I launched the mods and didn't have Steam going and couldn't get people to connect. So me, just because it's, it's either right here, go ahead and launch Steam. Let Steam get up and running. Any day now, Steam. Any day. Any day. There we go. that because I never look at the news. Don't care about my friends list right now, etc., etc. So now that Steam is launched, this, and it will pop up this and give you basically a rundown of all the mods it's about to load. And if you look at it, let's actually expand this a bit. You can kind of read it. So when you launch, it will give you this, and it will say, okay, automate 1.10.1, console commands 2.7 by SMAPI, the lookup anything 1.19, MTN more than necessary by Sergeant Pickles, NPC map locations, save backup by SMAPI, tractor mod, etc., etc. A mod with a warning, change the save serializer. Some of the mods change the save serializer, so yeah, you got to be careful. And this one is the community farm mod, I do believe. And then it tells you if any of the mods you have are out of date, because it actually does link back to the Nexus and kind of look for current versions of mods. So very, very nice, very, very nice. Well, let's go ahead, expand this, because might as well see full screen. Take his glasses off. Stardew Valley loads up like normal, except the mods are installed, the mods are active. This will not show you the community farm, not at all. Oh, this one would, because I actually started a mod with the community farm. And it will load. Sometimes it does take a little bit extra time to load. So my dude is here. And if I look, let's see if this works. So, remember I didn't have this? Yep. So I pressed F1 and it tells me budget TV furniture can be placed inside your house. Press F1 again, here we go. A chest, other, sells to, shopping box, owned, I don't own any of those. Look at the bed. Nope, can't look at the bed. Can look at the brick fireplace. Can look at the oak table with the decorative bowl placed on it. And then just to give you an idea of what the community mod is like. This is our farm. A little bit to the north, and I say little bit kind of, you know, I giggle a little bit when I say little. Is the typical way north out of the farm. It leads back to the exact same place you're used to it leading to. But you may notice something has changed. Fence post there. Unfortunately, I haven't found a way to read the fence posts, so I think they just put the I think they just put the thing in there without it. So let's go for a walk south. Cross the bridge. Cross the other bridge. And yeah, I know it's pretty bad form to actually clear out the grass. Clear out the grass on your first day because you really want that grass later to, you know, turn into hay, but you know. Keep walking south. You may wonder if something's wrong here. Nope, this is the community farm. It is meant for 10 players, and there's the way out south. This takes you to the forest. Everything else in the game is going to be pretty much shaped exactly the same. It's just your farm is now massive. And you got some nifty things. Instead of having the funky little cliff, you now have a fence down there. You know, I would hate to let a bunch of pigs loose here than look for truffles on this farm. But yeah, over here, bunch of trees, shrubs. Even have a minecart, even though right now, this literally this is day 1 of the game. I don't even know if this minecart actually does anything. I would like to think once you unlock the minecarts, it actually does what you would expect the minecart to do. Telescope up there that I don't think there's any way to reach that particular top of the ledge. I don't think there is. But anyway, yeah. Community farm. The farm that is literally meant for 10 people to play. Because you're going to need 10 people. You are going to need 10 people to clear this thing and keep it sane, for lack of a better word. If you're not careful, it's very possible to get stuck because you're out of energy too. But yeah. Anyway. Now that I've shown all that off, there's one more thing you will need for some mods. It is called MTN, which stands for more than necessary. And if I bring this back over here, MTN, it's installed exactly like every other mod. You download it, you unzip it, and leave the folder in your mods folder. Other than that, you don't really need to do anything with it. Get that off my screen. There are some mods, like a tractor mod, which has a configuration file. And you can actually go in here and, you can go in here and actually modify various things about the various mods. Not all mods will give you that capability. Some will, some won't. But yeah, that is the long and short of how to mod Stardew Valley. More long than short. So, I'll put a timestamp for this in the description. Let's go over the very basics in very fast method here. Step 1, download, install Smappy wherever you want. Step 2, you go to your Stardew Valley folder. You look in your mods. You make sure that you have your mods folder. If you don't, something went wrong, but you can go ahead and create one. Should work just fine. Step 3, once you get into your mods folder, you go to the Nexus, you download whatever you want, you take those zip files, go away. You take those particular zip files, you put them in your mods folder, and you extract them to where the folder for the mod is inside the mod folder. Then, when you actually want to use the mods, you launch Stardew with this little ditto-eyes chicken here. That's the long and short of it. So anyway, yeah, hopefully this helps people out getting into modding Stardew Valley, because the modding community for this game is amazingly big, and they come up with some very nice stuff, as I showed off here. But it really is that easy. You have to do very little tweaking of any files or anything like that. So anyway, yeah, hopefully this helps anybody out who needs it. And hopefully I will be able to use this to spread the word so I can actually get a 10-player community farm set up. Ulterior motives are a great thing. Take care, folks. I'll talk to y'all later.